Stop chasing money so relentlessly. Have you noticed that the more you like money, and the more anxious you get about making it, the further wealth seems to slip away from you? What's the reason behind this? What if I told you that wealth isn't something you just chase after, but rather something you can attract by tuning your frequency, like you do with the radio? If you're feeling a bit skeptical or even doubtful after hearing that, you're exactly where I want you to be. Today, I'm going to completely overturn your past understanding of making money and wealth. From a young age, we've been taught the idea that we must work hard and save money, as if only by enduring the hardest struggles can we earn wealth. But the reality is that many people work diligently their whole lives yet still struggle with money, while others seem to effortlessly have wealth flow toward them. The secret behind this, of course, involves effort, intelligence, and background. But the most important factor might be something you've never heard of: your personal wealth frequency. In this video, I will reveal what exactly is this seemingly mystical frequency. Why does tuning the right frequency make wealth come to you? What's the underlying logic behind it? And most importantly, how can we, as ordinary people, adjust our frequency to become the kind of person who attracts wealth? Don't worry, I'll only give you practical, actionable methods that you can apply right away. This video is about something we all care deeply about: money. So please make sure to watch until the end. This could be a crucial turning point in stepping into a life of abundance. First, let's solve the question: what exactly is this so-called frequency? Don't rush to associate terms like frequency, energy, or vibration with mysticism and scroll past. Let me give you a simple analogy. Think about your home radio, or the radio app on your phone. If you want to listen to traffic news, you need to tune it to FM 103.9, and if you want to listen to music, you need to tune it to FM 90.0. You can't expect to tune into FM 103.9 and still hear FM 90.0 music, right? The universe is like a giant radio, and you are the one tuning it. If you want to tune into the wealth channel, you must adjust your frequency to match the frequency of that channel. If you constantly tune yourself to the poverty, scarcity, I don't deserve a channel, what you'll receive will be more bills, more unexpected expenses, and more difficulty in making money. The so-called personal frequency is simply the state you are currently in. This state is a mix of your thoughts, emotions, and subconscious beliefs. For example, a person in a low-frequency state might constantly think, how am I going to pay the mortgage this month? When will I get that money back? Making money is so hard. Their feelings are anxiety, fear, worry, and even jealousy of those who have money. Feeling like they're unlucky. Their subconscious beliefs might be, I'm stuck like this for life. Rich people are bad. Money is the root of all evil. At this point, their entire life state is constantly sending out the signal, don't you have money? I fear not having money. Now let's look at someone in a high frequency or wealth frequency state. Their thoughts are, what value can I create to serve others? This opportunity looks good. What can I do? Money is just a tool. It's meant to enhance life experiences. Their feelings are abundance, joy, gratitude, and contentment. With confidence in themselves, their subconscious beliefs are, I deserve all the best. Money is energy. It likes to flow. The universe is abundant. I will always get what I need. This is the essence of frequency. It's not a mystical force, but the most authentic, core state of your being. The state you are in will attract the reality that matches it. Like attracts like. This is the fundamental law of the universe. So why does tuning your frequency work? Is this just mysticism? Or is there science behind it? Next, we will explore why changing your inner state can change your external wealth. There are at least two very practical layers of logic behind this. The first layer of logic comes from a psychological concept known as the retina effect. Our brains contain a structure called the reticular activating system (RAS), which acts as an information filter. Every day, Our brain has to process thousands of pieces of information, but it can't handle it all. So this system automatically filters out what we care about and consider important. For example, let's say you decide today that you want to buy a red car. Suddenly, you'll start noticing how many red cars are on the street. Has the number of red cars really increased? Of course not. It's just that your filter has tagged red cars as important information, so you're more likely to notice them around you. The same principle applies to wealth. When you're trained into a frequency of scarcity, your brain will automatically look for evidence of being poor, rising prices, overdue bills, a colleague buying a new bag that you can't afford, and so on. Everything you see will reinforce your feeling of being financially stuck. Meanwhile, potential opportunities to make money, cooperate, or even fresh ideas will be filtered out, because your system has defaulted to making money is hard. However, when you adjust your frequency to abundance, even with just a little practice, your filter will start to change. You'll begin to notice people around you doing interesting, valuable things. Seemingly small needs will hide business opportunities. A phrase in a book could suddenly spark an idea. You're not suddenly lucky. You're just turning on your radar to receive signals of good fortune. The second layer of logic has to do with energy. Money, at its core, is also an energy that represents exchange, flow, value creation, and freedom. It is a dynamic energy full of possibilities. So here's the question. How can a person with an energy field filled with anxiety, fear, resentment, and feelings of inadequacy, a low-frequency state, possibly resonate with the energy of money, which represents abundance, flow, and joy? It's like trying to create symphonic music with a broken gong. It's simply not going to happen. A person filled with negative energy will subconsciously repel the energy of money. For example, when someone offers you a great opportunity to make money, your first reaction isn't excitement, but instead concern. Is there a catch? Can I really do it? Is this too complicated? Or when you win a small prize, your first reaction isn't joy, but worry about whether the money will disappear quickly or cause problems. The problem is not that money doesn't want to come to you. It's that your inner poverty frequency pushes it away. When it tries to get close, you are the biggest obstacle to your own wealth. So, changing your frequency isn't some magical ritual. It's a scientific reset of the brain and a deep energy training. You're upgrading yourself from a broken radio that only receives signals of poverty to a top-of-the-line sound system that can clearly tune into wealth signals. Now, let's uncover the biggest misconceptions about wealth that many ordinary people are trapped in. You might be stepping on these landmines right now. Before we dive into how to adjust your frequency, let's first clear the viruses blocking your frequencies. Upgrade these false beliefs about wealth are like countless landmines on your journey to tuning your frequency. Misconception number 1. You must suffer and work yourself to exhaustion to make money. There's nothing wrong with praising hard work, but many people mistakenly equate hard work with physical labor and time consumption. Look around. The construction workers work the hardest. Factory workers are the most exhausted. But are they the wealthiest? Clearly not. The essence of wealth isn't compensation for your hard work, but for the value you create. The value created by a top software engineer working 8 hours could be more than that created by a laborer working a whole year on the construction site. It's not that the engineer doesn't work hard. It's that they focus their efforts on increasing their knowledge and skills, using intelligence rather than brute force. When you fill your mind with the belief that making money must be hard, your frequency locks into hardship, and you'll subconsciously reject opportunities to make money that seem too easy, thinking they're unreal or unreliable. You may even develop a sense of masochism, believing that if you're not exhausting yourself, you don't deserve the money. From today onward, replace hard-earned money with creating value through wisdom, and shift your focus to how to smartly provide greater value to more people. Misconception number 2. Money is dirty. Wealthy people are heartless. In many movies and shows, the rich are always portrayed as villains, while poor people are the kind-hearted heroes. This stereotype has subconsciously led us to equate wealth with moral corruption. When you hold this belief, there's a huge internal conflict. On one hand, your survival instinct tells you that you need money. On the other, your moral sense tells you that having money means becoming bad. To maintain your identity as a good person, your subconscious will find ways to push money away. You'll find yourself mysteriously losing wealth, encountering all kinds of money troubles, or just missing out on success. In reality, your subconscious is protecting you. It doesn't want you to become wealthy, because then you wouldn't be the good person anymore. Remember, money is just a tool, an energy vessel. It can be used for good or for evil, depending on the person using it. There are kind rich people, and there are evil poor people. Let go of the moral judgment on money, and allow yourself to confidently pursue wealth. Remind yourself, I am a good person. I deserve wealth. When I have more wealth, I can do more good and help more people. Misconception number 3. You must have money first to make money, the so-called first bucket of gold. This is a vicious cycle where people have the sequence all wrong. Many are trapped in the I don't have the capital or resources, so I can't do anything mindset. In reality, money is always a result, not the starting point. The true starting point is your ideas, creativity, value, and energy state. This era has given ordinary people countless opportunities to start from nothing. Writers can make money through use self-media. Communicators can work in sales or live streaming. Those with small skills can offer courses. These opportunities don't require large capital. When you keep thinking I don't have money, so I can't do anything, your frequency locks into scarcity and powerlessness, making you feel tense and suppressed, preventing you from recognizing opportunities. From today onward, replace I don't have money, so I can't do anything with how can I use what I have now, even if it's just an idea to create my first $100. When you shift your attention from what you don't have to what you do have, your frequency will start to change. Alright, now that we've cleared the viruses, let's move on to the frequency tuning process. These 3 steps are very simple, but they require consistent practice and integration into your daily life in order to truly change your wealth frequency. Step 1. Be a detective and catch your poverty thoughts. From this moment forward, act like a detective and keep a constant watch on your thoughts. Whenever a thought related to money pops up, immediately catch it and interrogate it. For example, when you're shopping and see a piece of clothing you like, does the first thought that comes to your mind go something like, "It's too expensive. I can't afford it"? This is a typical poverty thought. Catch it, don't judge yourself, but consciously replace that thought. Say to yourself, this dress is beautiful, and it's worth the price. Today, one choose not to buy it, but I believe that in the future, I'll be able to buy it easily. Or, when you see a friend get a new car, does your mind immediately think, they're so rich, why am I so unlucky? This is jealousy and a victim mindset. Catch it, and replace it with, how wonderful that my friend is doing so well. Their abundance makes me believe the universe is abundant, and I can have everything I desire too. This exercise is about reshaping the neural pathways in your brain. At first, it will be difficult and awkward because the old habits you've had for decades are strong. But just like working out, your wealth muscles will grow stronger the more you practice. Remember, your internal dialogue directly determines your external world. Step 2. Play a pretend to be rich game. This step is crucial, and also fun. Frequency is all about state, and the fastest way to change your state is by pretending. You don't need to actually have money, but you can start practicing thinking and feeling like a wealthy person. Here's what you do every day. Give yourself 10 minutes to pretend you've already achieved financial freedom and have everything you want in terms of money. Then ask yourself a few questions. 1. How would I feel if I were very wealthy, relaxed, joyful, grounded? 2. What would I be thinking about investments, charity, where to travel? 3. would I walk? How would I speak? Then, experience those feelings, feel deeply the relaxation, joy, and groundedness, and think about things from that state. Even stand up straight and walk around the room as if you're a wealthy person. It's important to note, this isn't about indulging in extravagant spending or behaving unrealistically. The core is to reach that abundant frequency in terms of feeling. When you start experiencing the feeling of not lacking money internally, your vibrational frequency is truly changing. The universe, or your brain's filtering system, will pick up on these new signals and start attracting people, events, and circumstances that match your frequency. This is the universal law of being. Then have. Step 3. Change your spending from reluctance to gratitude. For many people, spending money is a painful experience, especially when paying bills. Each time you spend money, it feels like a little piece of you is lost. This feeling is a typical scarcity frequency. Starting today, completely change this habit. Every time you spend money, no matter how much, whether paying rent, buying groceries, or paying bills, say in your mind or out loud, "Thank you, money, for bringing me such wonderful things like my house, food, and other material possessions. I'm happy to send you out, and I know that you'll return with more friends, coming back to me multiplied." This small ritual is extremely significant. It plants 3 new beliefs in your subconscious. 1. Money is flowing energy, not stagnant water. Only when it flows out can it flow back. 2. Spending money is not losing, but exchanging. You didn't lose money, you exchanged it for the wonderful things in life. 3. Your attitude toward money is joy and gratitude. Money's energy likes to flow to those who welcome it. When you send money out with gratitude, it will be more likely to return to you. By practicing this, you'll find that your anxiety about money will significantly decrease. You won't fear spending money anymore, but instead, you'll start enjoying the process of energy exchange, and the flow of wealth will become much smoother. Finally, let us summarize. The so-called wealth frequency is really just your inner state. The reason why tuning your frequency works is because it resets your brain's information filter and allows you to resonate with the energy of wealth. We've already cleared up 3 common misconceptions about wealth. Hard work doesn't equal value. Money is a neutral tool, and ideas are more important than capital. We've also learned the 3 practical steps to tuning your frequency. 1. Monitor and replace your poverty thoughts. 2. Pretend to be the abundant version of you. 3. Change every act of spending into a moment of gratitude. You'll find that all these methods point to one core idea: stop chasing outwardly and start adjusting inwardly. You're not a hunter chasing after money. You're a magnet attracting wealth. Your task isn't to run faster, but to enhance your magnetism. When your magnetism is strong enough, wealth will naturally be drawn to you. Lastly, I'll leave you with a quote from the great physicist and master of universal energy laws, Nikola Tesla. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. From today on, consciously manage your energy, adjust your frequency, and vibrate your way into the abundant life you desire. You deserve everything. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.